Hey there, Alpine. Head Coach Ian here for Monday, October 12th, Fireside Chat. All right, that's what some people call these. I think it's hilarious. I love it. A shout out to Brandon. So our warm-up, we're starting with a 3-minute assault bike, top of every minute, including 0 to floor-to-ceiling jumps. And then PT specific, we have 2 rounds of 6 times through a 3-position banded pull-aparts. All right, so what those 3 positions are. Palms facing down, knuckles facing up, however you want to view it. We're here, shoulder blades rolled back and down, pinching those shoulder blades, pulling apart there, and then we're going here, going here. All right, cool. All right, so you go through that 6 times. Just working on strengthening that mid-upper back there. Something we need to look at here, coaches, is making sure people, when they're pulling, they're not shrugged up but pull down, especially when we're here. There's a difference between pulling this way and pulling like that. Okay, good. After that, we have 6 overhead squats with a band with 2-second pause at the bottom. So what are we doing here? Instead of having a PVC pipe, we are taking a band. What this does is it helps with keeping a nice pinch feeling between the shoulders. And then remember, right here, when I'm like this, I don't have a proper overhead position. We want to think about showing the armpits and having it so our elbows are facing down towards the ground. And then a nice little shrug up while we do it. That's our proper overhead squat position. So they find that position, pulling that band apart. And guess what? You're going to do it 6 times with 2-second pause at the bottom of each one. Then we have empty bar, snatch, deadlift, hold for 20 seconds. We've done this before many times, all right? So everyone knows what this is. Some things we need to look at coaching-wise, and then also just members having in your head. First of all, for starting from the bottom up, we want to make sure that that bar is being pressed or pulled into our shins the whole entire time. It is not just floating there in the free air. So coaches, go up to the members randomly and pull their bar away. If you are able to pull it off their shins, it means that they're not using the back and their lats, and they're not engaged there, which is really going to affect their snatching later. Next thing, we want to make sure that our shoulders are slightly leading the barbell, meaning they're over the barbell a little bit, but they're still active. Lumbar curve is maintained, meaning it's nice, proper S curvature. With that, though, depending on length of femurs or legs in general, for someone like myself, if we're comparing myself with Kyle has much shorter legs, shorter femurs, when compared to his body than I do compared to my body. So because of that, my hips are going to be higher and my back angle is going to be much flatter. Now with him, you're going to see that his back is actually a little bit more inclined. Just like so. So let's make sure that depending on who they are and their anatomy, that they have that proper positioning, coaches. So we're going 1 step forward than what we have been on things we're looking at. Cool. Then what do we got going on here? We have 2 3-minute EMOMs with no rest in between, and then right into an 18-minute alternating EMOM. The first 3-minute EMOM is for unbroken hang muscle snatches, making sure that we are staying light with this, not letting go of the bar, and this is working on our second pull. Coaches, everyone in general, that starting position of that hang muscle snatch is going to be right above the knee, and we are making sure that our shoulders are still in front of the bar at that point. You should really feel those hamstrings and glutes stretched out and ready to fire. Since it's a hang muscle, it means that once you extend those hips and knees, they stay extended. We're not allowed to re-dip back underneath. So you're pulling up, pressing through. Make sure it's a nice pull up or opening up that chest, and then that press through up to the top with those active shoulders, making so that bar goes straight up and down. Good. After that 3-minute EMOM, which we are staying light with, very, very light. Honestly, I would be okay if people used the barbell for those first 3 minutes. That's absolutely fine. The next 3-minute EMOM, we're going for unbroken muscle snatches. So instead of from the hang, these are from the ground. Just because we're from the ground does not mean we're ripping it off the ground, all right? It is going to still be that controlled first pull from that ground to right above your knee, and then once you're past your knee, it's that explosion. All right, so patience is the name of the game when we're pulling off the ground, especially for that snatch. You're gonna stay light, no heavier than 50% of 1 rep max here, working on timing, bar path, and explosiveness, and more so the timing of your explosiveness. We're not yanking, we're not being super explosive off the ground. It's once that bar gets past our knees. Then we're gonna go right into an 18-minute alternating EMOM here. 4 unbroken power snatches is minute 1. Minute 2 is 12 seconds salt bike sprint at 90% for cows, and minute 3 is rest. We are building the heaviest on this power snatches. So for these 18 minutes, you are scoring the load lifted for those power snatches, and then also the calories that you got. So it is the calories at 12 seconds. It's not counting the rollovers. All right. So coaches say time every single time when that 12 seconds is done, and we're just going to go off of human sight, and everyone's going to look at the monitor to see what they got for their calories there. So it is 90%, so you are leaving a little bit in the tank. You are going to be aggravated, heart rate up, probably a little bit of lactic acid in those legs, especially in the later sets after those 12 seconds. But you have a full minute of rest to let it all clear out. Unbroken, so it's the 4 unbroken power snatches, meaning we're not letting go of the bar at all during it. Keep that grip on there. They are power, so you're catching right above parallel or higher. And with this, we are just trying to build some power and work on just being better at cycling the power snatches, because our next cycle is going to be a lot of barbell cycling, especially at moderate to light weights due to the fact that the Open's coming. That is our Monday. Love you guys. Bye.